But Tony Vegas, big respect to Tony Vegas,
Always.
had less...
Big up, Tony.
Big up, Tony. He had left Bongos. He was working at Mr. Bongos. And I said to him, do you want to do something? Do you want to start a record shop? I think it took a little while to convince him. He was like, I don't know. And I'm like, I wish he would say yes, because this could be incredible. Because I was going to have to find another space and move on. And eventually he said, yeah, let's do it. And we had nothing. Like, we had no money to do this. We were skint, like a couple of toe rags, really. Drinking way too much, which I'll mention, because I had developed a passion for booze as much as I was passionate for music.
Let's save that for a different segment.
So that is, but that was happening already. You know, it wasn't. But Tony was, we were a bit the same, really, and we did lots of meetings in the pub. But we got it together. We found the space for Deal Real, which was in Knoll Street, 6A Knoll Street. Great memories, that. And got in touch with the landlord. It was so weird, because when I think back, it was an empty shop, and above it was 3 or 4 floors of just derelicts, what could be office space or flats, millions of pounds worth, all just sort of derelicts right in the middle of so this is still, you had that opportunity then. You could never open a shop in Soho now, not without financial backers and big company things. A couple of toe rags, me and Tony got it together, convinced the and yeah, so we opened up Deal. Well, and let's just say, I wanted to say DJ Madder, put the lighting up.
Yeah, because he's an electrician.
He's an electrician, and he, so hip hop built Deal Real in a way.
Big up Madder as well.
Big up Madder.
He done some electric work for me back in the days as well.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, wicked nice, really lovely guy. And K1 from Paris. He's a writer, brilliant writer in Paris. He did graphics for the shop and did some stuff. As I say, Scam named it Deal Real, came up with the name Deal Real.
Why did you choose Tony Vegas to do this with, instead of, say, somebody like Ben or Dom at Groove?
Because Tony was, I think just because Tony had just left his job at Bongos, and I was getting to know him. I didn't know Tony that well before, but he was, at a loss of what to do next. It just seemed like an opportunity. Not, as I said before, everything was sort of done on the hoof. So I see Tony chatting and saying, hey, what about us opening a shop? And Tony was getting quite well known for his DJing by then.
Yeah, he was amazing.
I've got to tell you something.
He's got, for me,
phenomenal.
top 5 in the world, period. I don't know that many that can touch him.
No, and I've seen him up close, and it is unbelievable.
Yeah, you used to watch him in the shop all the time doing it.
Yeah, I used to.
Because when there was no customers, he was just on the decks practicing all day.
I'd be leaning on the counter like that, watching his hands this far away, and it was phenomenal.
Can I just rephrase that, what you just said?
Yeah.
You'd be leaning on the counter like that, watching him, and there's alcohol at the back. So you weren't really watching him, you were watching the alcohol at the back.
Well, I'm reaching for the vodka. But so Tony, and I want to really give a big rest in peace to his wonderful father, because his dad built we had this big counter that was always loved. Yeah. His dad came in and did all this work, and his mum used to come down with sandwiches for us and all that. I mean, really supportive, So lovely people. So I want to give a big shout out to them, because they built, they were part of it. There's blood, sweat and tears.
So it was really a big community spirit.
It was
from the get-go.
Yeah.
So there was no
and
surprise.
MK, of course, was still, MK was helped out with all that. So so we got Deal Real open, and then that was the big step. It was the final step sort of thing for me. But it was brilliant. I mean, it was a brilliant space for us. And so, going back to that ethos, there I was, so one of the first females I employed was Estelle. She was like 17. We became good friends, me and Estelle, and I went with her. I was thinking about this in the car, driving down here. I was thinking, God, that time I went with Estelle, she was about 17, I think, really nervous. At the Jazz Cafe, they had a talent night thing.